Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. As I am being reminded of whose I am and who I am, I wanted to jump on here and share something with you. Something that I was studying in my Bible study, something that the Most High put on me to study and read upon. And how many of you know that when He's telling you to read and study on something, that it's for you first? You get something out of it first. You get healed, you get delivered, you get set free, something like that. And as I was coming into the kitchen to fix me a mid-morning snack, I was like, I'm going to just hop on here and share that with them before I get back to doing what I'm doing. But today I want to talk to you about this, that you are still relevant, you are very relevant, and your value matters. What you bring to the table matters. And guess what? It does not matter which generation you were born in. Everything that you have learned till this moment, till you're looking at this video, is relevant and has well been planned and put together from the Most High. What am I talking about? Oh, what is she talking about now? I want to talk about this. I've experienced it, and I'm sure my grandparents experienced it from me, and my parents have experienced it from me. We're living in a time where younger generations are telling the older generations what they know doesn't matter no more. No one's doing that anymore. That's outdated. That's this, that's that. Not so much so. It's just that us older generation, I'm not old, but I'm older than somebody. But us older generations have lived through some things, and we've seen how this global thing, because it's not just you and your four. This is a global thing when we're talking about generations. Everybody ages in every part of the world. So we've lived through some things. We've lived through some major things, and we've seen how that played out. We've lived through so many revolutions. We lived through so many new changes in the data revolution, the industrial revolution, all these revolutions. We've lived through those things, Y2K and all this other stuff, now COVID and other things. We've lived through all those generations. We've seen the signs before all those generations. We've seen the effects that it had coming in, ushering it in, and we've seen the effects that it had after. So when we're speaking and when we're talking about some things, we're not talking saying that our old way is the best way. What we're saying is we're being mindful that something is being done purposely and that there's a purpose behind it. And we caution you to understand what you're getting into and why. Okay, do you hear me? Do you follow me so far? Because a lot of times when we speak, because my kids do it to me, say, oh, mama, that's outdated. People don't do that no more. They don't. Okay, that's what I said to my parents. That's definitely what I said to my grandparents. And now my mother's still living. She's 90 years old. And I call her every single day, all times of the day, because I'm wanting this wisdom. I'm wanting this knowledge, because I've learned when my grandmother died back in 2004, that there was stuff that she told me that I didn't listen to, and she wasn't here to explain anymore or me to ask her those questions. So I made them up in my mind then that everybody that was older than me, I was going to glean from all the wisdom and knowledge that they had, because it's going to be relevant, because it's still relevant. It's still very relevant in business, in life, in ministry, all of this stuff. I glean from the older people because they're wise. They have wisdom. I'm not saying nobody young don't have wisdom, because they do. But the older people have lived through some things, y'all. Some things. We've lived through some things. So when we're telling you stuff, we're telling you from a standpoint is we see where this could go. And sometimes we're telling you from a standpoint, we see where this definitely is going. Because what you don't understand, the generations is a puzzle piece, okay? It's a puzzle piece. And it's a puzzle piece for a reason. So no one can figure out the whole piece, right? But those people that are on the earth that have lived long, they figured out the puzzle piece. Like, they figured out the puzzle piece. And so when they're giving us information, they're giving it based on, don't miss out what I didn't do because I want you to do, because I see that this next step is just a puzzle piece to the next step. And the next step is a puzzle piece to the next step. So I want you to be mindful today when you're sitting around people who have been through some things, older people, and I'm not knocking you generations out, nobody younger than me. But what I'm saying is, yes, you have wisdom, you have knowledge, but we've lived through some things. And I'm not just talking about our personal life, because you guys have lived through some major things too. But you'll get this later on in life. You'll get what I'm saying. But I want to tell you now to watch how you treat older people when they're giving you life advice, business advice, all this advice that they're giving, marital advice, all of this stuff. Because they're not telling you from a standpoint of do what I do and you better do it this way because it's the right way. They're telling you because they've seen several phases of the major plan. That's all I'm saying. So I want you to be mindful of that. Let me get my snack, put it in my mouth, because I know some of y'all saying, why don't you just shut up already? But guess what? Not going to shut up. But I'm here for those who want to know more. If you want to know more, reach out to me, because I'm excited about sharing all this stuff with you. I've been in a season of there's times where you go in a season of learning. So I'm coming out of a season of learning with the Most High. I'm coming out of a season where interviewing major influences in my life and talking to older people. I haven't put them on here. I'm just saying I've interviewed them personally. Yes, I interview people, not to put on my show, not to put on our network, but I interview people so that I can learn. I interview successful people. I interview people that we think are not successful. I interview all types of people, all races, all nationality, from all over the world, all cultures. I interview people for my life purposes. And you need to be doing the same thing. When you see those people who are older than you, ask them some things, but ask the right question. Don't go in thinking you're going to change them, because guess what? They're changing on their own. They know how much to change so that they won't lose who they truly are. Some of y'all don't do that. You just go all in and lose who you are. But we've learned how to maintain who we truly are in Him and not lose it based on this next revolution. So be mindful of that. Puzzle pieces, generations are puzzle pieces. No one has the full picture except for those that have lived it. So you need to be asking the right questions while people are still alive. Talk to you later. Let me eat me something. Put it in my mouth. See y'all later.